welcome to Mondays with Marthie. Today I am talking about interruptions, and the three things I want to talk about with interruptions is to expect them, become aware of them, and to expect a better outcome. So sometimes I set deadlines for myself and I want to reach it. So I know where I'm going and I have a direction and I'm moving, I'm putting in effort, and then stuff happens. Oh, I was actually busy on my way over there, the magic dreamland, and then somebody interrupts me. And I think for me, what I've discovered through time is that interruptions are actually part of it. You have to budget for it. I have to say I'm going to my destination, but on my way I'm going to have at least three interruptions, and it might be in the form of something happening like a car breaking down, or people that come into your life that you haven't met before, or it comes out of the blue, or it might even just be you being late or not focusing enough, or something like that. You know, anything that interrupts you from getting from A to B in a linear line. Now, interruptions, I've discovered, is actually very beneficial, because if I can just take last week I was interrupted by having to go to a radio interview, and it's going to be aired today on a radio pulpit. Now that's an interruption, and it's like, yay, it's going to be great because I get to spread my message to a bigger audience that would normally not get in contact with me and what I do. And so yes, that's an interruption, and you have to embrace it. Or I could say that maybe somebody bumped into my car the other day, and I don't know why it needed to happen. It looked like a young student. I think she was drinking too much, and it was sort of in a parking lot. So that interruption I can't explain yet, but maybe the lady that was the cause of the accident needed the interruption for her to be able to be realigned into another direction. You know, if you're going in one straight direction and somebody nudges you, it changes your direction, and maybe it's a better thing. And sometimes it's a good thing that you're part of it, and sometimes it's like unfortunate for you, but it's just how the balls roll and how it plays out in your life. Another interruption last week would be I had to drop off a friend at a close by town, and I ended up being stuck in roadworks and being stuck in traffic, and everywhere I was stuck. That meant I had an opportunity to look out the window and enjoy the beautiful place I live in. So, you know, it's just to change your perspective, and I think also to play out what you are looking at, and to see, if I go this way, A to B, A to B, A to B, with my changing of directions, how would it change it and how would it make it better? So I often ask people, why are you here? Because I know you're not in this space by chance. There's a reason. What do you do? What are you up to? And that becomes important. It's not to think that things are happening by chance, but by reason. And to expect more, to say that, well, I expect that this interruption is going to improve. It's like a superpower button that just whoop, accelerates your journey, or maybe slows it down, which can also be beneficial. So for me, like Saturday night I had a nosebleed, and I think it was because of my blood pressure being too high, because I didn't realize I was eating lots of I'm a new food plan, and the tins of food I'm eating has a lot of salt in it, and I didn't realize that, and my nosebleed was sort of a interruption to say, hey, you better check the salt in this because it's not very good for you. So now I'm changing my ways, I'm making adaptations. The whole journey is different, because if you take in extra salt, you get water retention, and that makes you look fat. Okay, great. So now I'm hopefully fixing that so that I can realign my journey to get to my destination faster and in a better shape. I don't want to have a heart attack or a stroke just because my blood pressure was high, because I was trying to eat new meals and new stuff. So yes, that's it for interruptions. If you know that you can expect it and you expect more from it and you become aware of it, I think that'll help a lot to embrace it and not to push it away, because I think it actually helps you to get to where you're going faster. So please subscribe to Mondays with Marthie. I'd love for you to leave me some comments. At the moment, I am working on finishing the holiday. Today is a holiday, that's why I'm late. It's Heritage Day, and I'm working on a show for Saturday's Heritage Festival show. It's going to be jazz, because I want to finish my jazz album, African Mint Jazz. So that's part of my journey. So that was a good interruption. And another interruption is I'm working on a show for 120 homeless youth from 13 to 22 years old. And I'm finishing a show I've been wanting to finish for a long time, Pilot Your Success. It sounds familiar. It's going to be a book, but it's also a music show, because all the content I've actually converted into music, and it's going to be so awesome. So I'm working on that. And yes, just getting my brain aligned so that I can start focusing on more beautiful things that I think is my path. So I hope you have a wonderful Monday.